Monolio Studios.
Neno nefejiro ya radio 2 Mondo Mukundu ndiani wakazvarwa rini uyezve kupi?
Ndakazvarwa musi wa15 September 1970 kuKwarisape. Ndakakurira muno muHarare munzvimbo dzakaita vana Mufako Sendana Kuwadzana.
Chekutanga, I need to know, Mono, is it your nickname? Is it on the birth certificate or what?
Mono is just a nickname that came up when I was around Form 4, I think. I used to have one dreadlock, and I used to work with a group of guys called Chikokoko, and everybody had dreadlocks. Msoro always said I was the only one with a single dreadlock, so the guys used to call me Monologue, meaning someone with one dreadlock.
You venture into music?
Some musicians enter into music by default, but I entered into music by divine appointment.
Yes.
I'm a musician by birth.
Okay.
Yeah, because since even my childhood, I just grew up loving the guitar.
Yes.
And even when I grew up, I never dreamed of doing any other job. I just wanted to be a musician. But unfortunately, my parents didn't want me to go into music, so I was given corporal punishment each time I was seen holding a guitar.
Yeah.
So I had to practice in hiding, playing a tin guitar. When I was 17, I met a friend, a guy called Last Sidey. He's the one who taught me my first 3 chords. Yes. He was a bass player, he couldn't teach me more, so all he taught me was 3 chords.
Yes.
And then from those 3 chords, I taught myself to play lead guitar by copying other guitarists I met in the streets, by listening to the radio, until I could play in a band. And then I formed my first band. It was called Sarungano Chanters with Edson December and Chiketsa Chanafira Nyerezani. And then we did a lot of auditions, more than 10 auditions, trying to record, and we failed all the auditions, and all the other band members, they quit.
There's some certain times when I listen to your recordings yourself, and there's that little touch of Jonas Tolle. Is he part of your inspiration?
Yeah, he's been my biggest influence, because when I started playing guitar, I started by copying Wana Jonah one. So I started playing guitar on Chimurenga music. Everything else came later.
How would you describe your playing style then?
My playing style, I'm more comfortable playing Zimbabwean traditional, but some people call it Chimurenga, some call it Mbira guitar, because I was very much influenced by the guitar playing of Jonas Tolle. But I don't play Mbira guitar only, I also play jazz, I play blues, I play rock.
You know, you put up a studio. What's involved in coming up with all these things that you have in your studio now?
First of all, what's involved is money, because to buy these things you need money. And I was fortunate when I was buying this stuff, I was still a member of Oliver Mtuku's Black Spirit, so we're traveling a lot to the States once every year. So I made sure that every time we went to the States, I would come up with something.
Okay.
So, and then number 2, you don't just have to buy a studio for the sake of buying a studio. Just once a madumasa then
how can Africans contribute to the music, or are contributing to the music in the world, Mono Mukundu?
First of all, if you follow our music history very well, you find that all forms of popular music in the world, be it rock and roll, jazz, blues, reggae, all the popular musics, forms of music in the world, have their roots in Africa. In America, in Europe, they never play anything from Africa. So it's surprising when you come to Africa in most countries.
And we play their music on our radio
90% of their music, and so some stations they even give a special slot for African music when they are in Africa, which is very strange.
What is one thing that you can say you've learned through the years working with Mondaranzo?
I've learned that people worldwide, they appreciate Zimbabwean music a lot, because before you go out there, you always look down upon yourself, because usually Zimbabweans have got that problem. But you find that each and every country, all the artists that made it from Zimbabwe. It's only artists that play authentic Zimbabwean music.
Exactly.
But throughout the years, we've had groups that played rock and roll, that played funk, that played soul, and they said we want to be international. But Chegu became international. Some artists, some of them was Katombogo Churungu.
So tell me, I see a lot of your posts on Facebook. You're a very humorous, hilarious kind of person. Have you ever considered stand-up comedy?
You're not the first person to say.
No, seriously, because I think you're wasting talent there.
Yeah.
Silence is definitely golden here.
If you have nothing to say.
Manolio Studio scene.